Greetings, everybody. It's me again. I thought it appropriate to do another video today. It's still Tuesday, the 21st of April 2026. The previous video I just made, it was very distorted by the buffeting wind there near the bluff here in Durban. And many of my subscribers will be probably irritated that they did not even hear properly because my voice was barely audible. So I thought it appropriate to redo it to a certain extent, and that would perhaps solve a bit of that loss. What was I saying? I started beginning off with a description of the bluff and the ships coming in and out of the port of Durban, the busiest port in Africa. I tried to show some visuals of it. Unfortunately, I don't think it was that effective. But I mentioned the suburbs from the bluff, and I went on to talk about the trip down to Port Shepstone and Margate yesterday, naming several beaches along the way. But the main thrust of my message was to talk about the war in the Gulf, that there's a stalemate between the warring factions, Iran, USA, and Israel, and I explained the reason for the stalemate. In the case of Israel attacking Lebanon, there's negotiations, but each side has very tough demands that looks unlikely to be reached. For instance, that Hezbollah, the liberation movement in Lebanon, wants the Lebanon government not to negotiate with Israel, but rather to negotiate through Iran about Lebanon's peace. And Israel does not want to withdraw its troops from the territory that they've gained over these last weeks, claiming that that is necessary as a buffer for the Israeli forces in that area. Then you got Iran that closed the Straits of Hormuz, and they reopened it briefly, but when the United States of America blockaded their ports, they went ahead and closed the Strait of Hormuz again and blocked ships from going out of the Gulf area, oil tankers especially, etc. And we're back to a stalemate where it's a tit for tat. I did intimate that the superior strategists and diplomatic methods was on the side of Iran, that as I said from the previous video, that Iran has the trump card, excuse the pun, the trump card, the winning card, having control of the Strait of Hormuz. In a sense, some people will put it like this, Iran has got America by the balls. They cannot continue the trade in the way that they want to in the world. They cannot continue their domination as a result of this, and they're losing face because they're not getting any support from the European countries like in NATO and elsewhere to assist to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. So there's a huge shift in international diplomacy and relations. Many of you will think, oh, what has this got to do with anything really? Like I've said before, that people that reason that this got nothing to do with anything, as long as I believe that Jesus Christ is Lord and that I've accepted Him and I'm saved. And I've come with this argument that, one can't stay in that totally. One has to be aware what the Bible says, because the Bible is there to warn us about coming events. In Matthew 24, Jesus Christ said there'll be wars and rumors of wars and all of those things, but do not fear. Yes, fine. But there's also deception that we warned about in the Bible, in that very same Matthew 24. There will be huge deception, as we're seeing even today, and AI is so advanced that people are not sure what is true and what is false, because things are created in such a way that it's believable. So the reason why I'm saying this, that one can't be content and complacent in the viewpoint that many simplistic views are, to say that yes, I'm saved, I'm a born again Christian, and there's nothing more that I need to do but just wait for the Lord to come and to worship. No, deception is going to be very, very intense, as we've seen, and there's some very dangerous situations that are arising. Even the Bible states that there's a broad path and a narrow path, but the majority is on that broad path. Now you ask yourself, who are those majority? One can say, yes, those are the people who falsely believe that they are okay, there's nothing to prepare for, in terms of what the Bible is saying. And then I made the claim, and I'm sure several viewers would say, that's nonsense, that's fantastical, that's too outlandish to say that America, the most powerful country in the world, is destined to fall, to be defeated, etc. And I'm saying that, yes, that's happening. Already you see the signs of it happening, and it's going to happen. And then how can I make such a claim like that? Yes, the Bible says. Like I said also in the previous video, the Bible doesn't use the word USA. It uses the term beast, and it uses the terms kingdoms and empires. And in Revelation 17 and 18, there's reference to a beast, which is actually a system of government. And the point is, the great mystery Babylon is the USA. Yes, believe it or not, but that's the situation. And like I ended my previous video by saying that time will tell. If you don't feel that you cannot tolerate this kind of information or message, bounce off and go and follow other videos and posts. But as Jesus said also in one of several places, it said there, those who have ears, let them hear. It's true today that many times we hear something, but we only selectively understand, or sometimes not even selectively, we understand in part, but we don't really fully understand. Yet you get people who are very self-assured, and will be very critical and mockingly look at this kind of information as unnecessary. So I just would like to leave you with that. At least I can rectify the mistake of the previous video, where the wind was buffeting so harshly that not much could be heard, or and it wasn't audible enough for people to fully understand. So hopefully now you do fully understand. And as I said before, if this information is still too fantastical for you, do not just walk away and debunk it. Go and have a look for yourself at what Revelation 17 and 18 is saying about the great mystery Babylon that is fallen. In my opinion, it is already fallen, and we're just seeing the manifestation of that fallen state as it manifests more and more. Have a great day further.